Alter, of course, has looked very strong offensively. 2018 Archbishop Alter Knights in their brown and gold. The Alter Knights have gained a victory over the Centerville Elks.
Second down.
Oh, goodness gracious! The handoff. Take the field here at Roush Stadium. Nathaniel Cookie Armstrong carrying the sword, the Excalibur out.
The Ultras drive is squashed down inside Fairmont's 20-yard line.
We'll try to pick up the player who made that interception. Here is Fairmont. Ouch. First and 10.
Ouch.
And a handoff up the middle.
Wow.
From their 21, here's Braden Miller, the quarterback, faking a handoff to the fullback and being taken down for no gain. With a short field right here. No score in this game. Fairmont with the football. Handoff to Jackson. Alter's defense comes up and stops Jackson cold on that handoff. The fullback, the only man in the backfield. Braden Miller keeping it on the option, turning it up. Excellent defense again.
Or throw it.
From the 14 in Alter territory. Miller's going to keep it and be hit and take him down. Gain of 4 by Landers on the first down. 2nd and 6 is a handoff. This is Riazzi. Got some room. Peter Riazzi running through tackle. For Alter from their 40. Here is Basilak. He's going to keep it on the option. Got room. He's in the Fairmont territory. The spread. Basilak from the shotgun takes the snap. Looking. Fires left side. Willits again. He catches the spread formation. Basilak looking to throw. Fires it left side. Leaping and... ...29-yard field goal try for sophomore Jack Ruffalo to give Alter the lead. The snap, the hold, the kick is up on its way. It is good. Here's Miller. And a handoff to Dayglow, the fullback, stacked up and taken down. No gain on 3rd and very short, about a foot. And now it's a 2nd and 11. Here is Miller pitching, and it's caught by Williams on the pitch. 8 to go. Miller handing off or faking it and keeping it and being stuffed for no gain. Here is the kick. Rome puts a foot to it, and it's picked up by McDonald. He's trying to run it back. 35, 40-yard line. Brandon McDonald, 45. He breaks, still on his feet. McDonald at the 50, and he's going to get to the...
Second and 10.
Here's Muhammad taking the snap. Here's a handoff, and there's a handoff that is dropped. The ball's loose on the turf, and they do. Fumble recovery. Under center, turns, hands off to Brandon McDonald over the left side. McDonald inside the 10, inside the 5. Brandon McDonald into the end zone. 2 Fairmont field goals, and of course that big drive at the end by Fairmont. Here's a 2nd and 6 play for Thurgood Marshall, and sweeping left is Basilak with a wishbone behind him. Fakes once, gives second man through. Landers breaking it to the outside. Lamar Landers in Thurgood territory all the way down to the Thurgood 30-yard. Basilak takes the snap, and he fakes and throws. This is Willits catching it inside the 10, and Derek Willits goes into the end zone. Right here, Jennings goes in motion. Muhammad rolling right. He's back in his own end zone. Fires upfield. That's picked off. Austin Helms got it. Here's a snap to Muhammad. Looking, firing over the middle. It's deflected up in the air, and Liam Sims got it. 9. Here's Basilak back to throw. Firing toward the corner of the end zone. Has a receiver caught. Here's the Alter kick. Well, I believe dropping it, picking it up to 5. Coming back, he's at the 10. He is retreating, and he's going to be swarmed on at about the 4-yard line. Yep. Here's an inside handoff, and it looks like a fumble. And they're going to call this an Alter Knight touchdown.
By number 2, Trey Johnson.
receiver.
There's a snap, inside handoff, Bryce McMahon again, fumble,
Oh my.
and Alter's got the football.
Who is that? Is that Derek? No, number 8.
Number 8, that's Matthew. Wishbone set behind Bazelak. He turns, gets inside of the fullback. Riazzi has running room. Peter
There
Riazzi in
goes
center
Peter.
territory at the 30. He's at the 25 and spins down to the 23-yard line. From the 3, 3rd and 8, Knights from their 22. Bazelak fakes inside on a handoff, throws over the middle, and it's caught at the 40-yard line by DeMario. He makes it tremendous in the Centerville 30. Bazelak back to throw. He's going to be hit and sacked back at the 40-yard. Roll down into Centerville territory. Let's see if Alter gets from their 30-yard line. Harrison going to hand off to McMahon, and he is swarmed under the loss for the Elks as Alter comes up with a Chase Harrison throwing on first down deep in the end zone.
Oh my goodness.
It is
a safety. It's intercepted.
That is ball's intercepted by the Alter Knights. Defensive stop. Ball at the Alter 47. Harrison back to throw. Feeling the pressure and a sack. 10. Bazelak back to throw. Dumps a little screen pass off. Riazzi coming up the field. Has room. Peter Riazzi out of the shotgun. Got 2 receivers to either side. Got a pitch out of the option and coming as his
oh my goodness.
Out of the wishbone.
They're in the wishbone.
Out of the wishbone. 4th and 4 for the Knights. In Centerville territory, Bazelak faking, throwing over the middle, and it is caught right at the Centerville 6-yard line. Bazelak from the vacant 49. Connor faking inside and gives second man through. Brandon McDonald. He's loose in vacant territory at the 30, at the 20, at the 10. McDonald will score. Brandon McDonald. Back Tyler Bullock operating out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to run. Hit. He's going to be dropped.
Kiner out of the backfield.
Here's Bullock out of the shotgun. Now he's going to try to run. He's going to be hit.
Good gracious.
He will be swarmed on at the 30-yard line, maybe. They throw a ball by Bazelak. First down, Alter. Here's a give. This is McDonald. He breaks to the outside. Has room at the 10. Brandon McDonald, 5. Touchdown. First down from their 37. Inside handoff, McDonald. Up the middle he goes. McDonald's in vacant territory, 40-yard line. 35-30. Brandon McDonald, 20. 15, 10, 5. McDonald taken down.
I'm loving it.
20, Bazelak, and up the middle, Riazzi goes into the end zone.
There you go.
For Alter from the vacant 35. Bazelak going to run it out of the option. Got room, 25-20. Connor Bazelak, 15-10-5. Touchdown.
CBTD.
Mile for Alter. They got to go all the way into vacant territory. Here's a handoff. This is McDonald. Look out.
We'll see you, Brandon.
At the 50-yard line in vacant territory. 30, 20,
Get there,
15,
Brandon. Get there, Brandon.
Touchdown, Brandon McDonald. So first down, Alter, backup quarterback in there. Hand off. This is Hicks, sweeping left. 30,
now.
20,
Look at the speed.
15,
Look at this
5. CJ Hicks in the end zone. 42-14. Stenham the quarterback gives. This is Hicks sweeping left. 10-yard line, 5-yard line. Hicks taken out.
Yep, they gave
it. It is a touchdown.
Running backs are having a lot of success, Joe. It's really an indication that your offensive line is starting to come together and get better, and that's been really kind of what Alter's all about every year is the offensive line. And when they're young, it takes them a little while, but you see improvement in them game over game, and I think you're really kind of starting to see that now. At the Falcon 39. DeMario split out to the left.
Wishbone set behind Bazelak. Connor going to option pitch it left to McDonald at the 40, 35. McDonald 30, 25, 20. Brandon McDonald 15, 10, 5. Touchdown into the end zone. 20. The Knights lead at 7-0 here in the first quarter. Bazelak making the run and throwing down the middle of the field. Ewald's got it at the 50. He's in Fenwick territory at the 40, 35, 30. He's out of bounds. Fourth and goal from the 3. Here's Janik throwing into the end zone. Intercepted by Ulster on the right sideline. Coming up the field on the right sideline and all the way out near midfield. Second down and 2. Knights of the Fenwick 47. A handoff to McDonald. He's over the Fenwick 45 at the 40, 35. McDonald free at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. See ya.
Go back.
So incomplete pass. There's an inside handoff at the formation.
What?
And there's a fumble as the ball's loose. Alter may have it. The running back here is Bazelak. He gives to Riazzi again. Peter trying to get in. Hit extending, and he battles his way into the end zone. Wide out to the right. That's DeMario. There's Bazelak back to throw. Looking. Throwing deep toward the end zone. And that is caught for a touchdown. I believe that is Jack DeMario. Down the yard for Alter, but they're 36. There's a handoff. McDonald has the first down and more. Brandon McDonald at the 50. He's in Fenwick territory. 35, 30. McDonald 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Came out this week in Division 3 across and all across the state. Alter did move up to number 5 in their region.
Big in that linebacker and defensive back area.
Bazelak going to keep it on the option right. Connor has room. Connor Bazelak into Purcell territory. Open field, 40, 30. Bazelak at the 20. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. He's going to score. Connor Bazelak into the end zone for the Alter Knights on that option play. He pitch to the fullback. Connor. He's going to fake the run and throw down the sideline, and it is caught. A beautiful catch at second down and goal. Alter from the 2. Here's Bazelak handing off. This is Landers cutting back. Lamar Landers into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights. Bazelak. He's going to fake, and he's going to throw. Down the middle of the field. He goes wide open in Purcell territory down the field. This is Ewald, I do believe, into Purcell territory, and a huge gain for Alter. Second and 12, Alter. Bazelak. He's going to keep it after faking. Bazelak at the 10, 5, touchdown. All right, Wishbone set behind Bazelak. He turns and gives. This is McDonald sweeping left, and McDonald has room. 45, 50-yard line into Cavalier territory, 40, 30. 25, McDonald caught. He'll be taken down inside the 20 to about the 15-yard line until 10-yard line. Bazelak going to hand off. McDonald sweeping left, has room, cuts back to the outside of McDonald into the end zone for the Alter touchdown. Bazelak takes the snap, fakes, throwing over the middle, caught, and into the end zone. That's Jack DeMario. After Bazelak after the timeout. Connor's looking to throw, firing it deep down the right side and diving into the Cavaliers 7. Here's Alter. Here's a handoff to Landers. Landers over the right side, and he is into the end zone. Here is Hoover rolling right, throwing. That's picked off.
A 3 on the short side of the field.
Here's Bazelak handing off. This is McDonald breaking it to the outside. McDonald trying to work it. Here is Bazelak. He's going to fake and keep it. Look at him go. 40, 45, 50. Connor Bazelak's going to go practically untouched. He's at the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Alter again for the Cavaliers after that running play. Here's Hoover throwing it out in the right flat. They love to do this. This is being taken down and taken down hard. Here's Hoover back to throw. This is a 3rd and 8 situation. He's throwing deep down the sideline and leaping up. Everett trying to make the catch. Looks like he's battling for the football.
Well, I have a wonderful electronic invention I want you to see. It looks something like this.
67 yards, but opening drive touchdown on Alter. Here's the short kick being brought back across the 30, right side of the field, and bringing it back to the 50, down the sidelines for Alter on the kickoff return, and all the way down inside the 20. Wishbone set behind Bazelak. He turns, gives. This is Brandon McDonald. He's at the 5. He's into the end zone for the Alter Knights. So it's first down and 7 after that holding call. Here's an inside handoff. This is Landers with running room. Lamar Landers up to the 35, 40. Landers at midfield, down the left sideline. Carroll territory. 25-yard line. He's all the way down inside the 15. Down to the Carroll 10. Wishbone set behind Basilak. Here's Connor. He's going to give inside. This is Riazzi Jr. for the Patriots. First down, Carroll in Ulster territory. Swing pass out to the left to Butts. He's at the 30. Carroll 7. Wishbone set behind Basilak. He gives us McDonald over the left side. McDonald breaks it to the outside, down the sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5. McDonald, touchdown for the Ulster Knights. High kick going to be taken by DeMario at the 23. Heading left, 25. DeMario across the 30. He's up to the Ulster 40. He's in Carroll territory now, 45-40. DeMario's all the way down to
the line of scrimmage.
It's blocked by Ulster. Picked up on the far side of the field. And the return man coming back up the sideline at midfield. Down the sidelines. And heading down the sidelines for Ulster. This is going to be a return. And here's Basilak. He's going to look to throw. Fires. Caught. Wide open. 10-yard line. 5. And battling and getting. First and goal Knights. Handoff. This is Kohler. And he's down near the goal line. And he's in for a touchdown. And DeLong goes in motion. Switzer, the quarterback, rolling right and throwing. Up ball's caught at the Ulster 40. Wishbone behind Basilak. He fakes inside and throws over the middle, and it is a touchdown. Jack Basilak out of the shotgun, takes the snap, looking, fires downfield, has a man there. It's DeMario, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown. 3rd and 3 for the Rams. Handoff to Longs, it'll be hit, and the defense comes up big. A one-score ball game. Here's Baden up the line of scrimmage. Switzer under center, handing off. Hartman starts hit. He's not going to get there, I don't believe. He's hit by the Ulster defense. Penalty flags fly. Here's Basilak turning, giving. This is McDonald over the left side. Brandon McDonald has room. He's into McNick territory. He's in the Rocket 40, 30. He's down to the Wishbone behind him. He gives to Riazzi, the fullback. Did he get into the end zone? He did. First down Knights at the Rocket 22. Here's a give. This is, looks like Landers with running room. He's to the right side of the field, heading toward the goal line. He's inside the 10, and he's in for an Ulster Knight touchdown. Wishbone set, turning, giving. This is McDonald, I believe. Brandon McDonald goes into the end zone. Wishbone behind him. Gives. This is
Wide open, Joe.
Throwing down the middle of the field and wide open in the end zone. And a play-action throw for an Ulster Knight touchdown. Good elusiveness with his feet as well. Here's a pass, it's interception. Basilak takes the snap. He fakes the fullback, gives to McDonald into the secondary in McNicholas territory. 40, 35, 30. McNicholas right sideline. McDonald right sideline 20. Here is Basilak, going to give to Riazzi up the middle, and here Riazzi scores. McNicholas subbed in a new quarterback out of the shotgun. It's a sweep, a jet sweep.
Oh, nice play.
Andrew for the Rockets at the Ulster 44. Here is the McNick quarterback. We'll pick this up. I think it's Pierce Taylor. He's going to be taken down back at the McNick. He is done. Here is Steneman giving off. Seth Morris has room.
There he goes.
And into
I called it.
McNick territory, 10-5. That's a touchdown. Last year in the playoffs with a couple of big touchdown catches in the playoff game that where CJ earned a victory in the first round of the playoffs over Ulster last year.
Stop right here.
3-0 CJ. Here's Chandler back to throw. Pressured. Mason Henry cannot get him to the turf, and now he's taken down.
It's starting to come down a little harder now.
On 3rd and 9, CJ gets the first down. Here's another handoff. Incomplete pass by CJ. 3rd and 12. Handoff. This is Frederick. He's hit. Dropped at the 40. Backed up in their own territory. Here's Basilak going deep down the field. Has a receiver. This is Willits into CJ territory.
Yes, sir,
he's going to go into the end zone. Him on 3rd and short, sneaks it. Connor up the middle, he goes, and it's a touchdown. Ulster
having to play from behind here with a freshman quarterback.
Here's Ruffalo's kick. He's got a hit at the 18.
Touched it.
Oh, it gets past the return man. He's going to have a lot of trouble. Boy, he is fumbling with the football, could not
This is
return it.
over.
First and goal. Here's a handoff
Touchdown.
up the middle. Riazi,
Game, baby, game.
touchdown. He throws a pass in the
Oh,
flat.
that was a
That
lateral.
ball is loose.
That's a
And
touchdown.
Is that loose? That ball is loose. Down and goal. Knights at the Eagle 1.
Holy mackerel.
Here is Bazelak. He gives. This is Riazi, I believe. Did he get in? He did. From 1 yard out again. Peter.
The clock, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Got to give. This is McDonald with
There he
Brandon
goes.
McDonald, 20, 15,
See ya.
10, 5. McDonald into the end zone. Touchdown. As a result of a win by Thurgood Marshall last Saturday, which actually then catapulted the Knights over Wapakoneta and into that #1 spot in the region. Quarterback is Michael Crawford. He is going to hand off to the fullback, and Alter's defense stacks up this ball carrier. No gain, All's 30-yard line. Here is Bazelak giving off to Brandon McDonald, and Brandon,
Oh,
he
my
breaks out of a
goodness, look
pack.
at
He's at the
that.
15,
Look
10,
at that.
5, touchdown, Brandon McDonald. Not big, 5'9", 165, but very quick. Here's a handoff to Lanier. He's stacked up to 40. Here is a handoff to Lanier. He's got it, I think.
Yeah.
He crossed the 40. He's
Yeah,
pushed
he's-
back on 3rd and 3. Here's Bazelak. He's going to pitch out. Landers got room on the right side at the 10. Lamar Landers at the 5. Lamar Landers for the Owls from the Alter 47. Here's a snap to Crawford, rolling left, throwing deep down the field, intercepted by the Knights. That's picked off by Willits, I believe. 14-0 here in the second quarter. Crawford throwing a little swing
There he
pass
is.
to Kelly in space. They try to get him in space.
Fumbled it.
He fumbled the football. 22 seconds to go in the half. Pitch out to Kelly, sweeping right. He's going to reverse field, trying to get back to his left, and he's cut down back to the 35. This would give them the lead. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. It is blocked by Alter. It is Evan. Mount Healthy going for it from the Alter 43. Lanier pressure. Lanier sacked back at the 47 in Mount Healthy territory. Alter gets to Brandon Lanier. Alter takes the field in their all-brown uniforms here. Connor takes the snap, and he's going to run the option left, cutting it up at the 30. Bazelak, 35, 40, has room at the 50.
Come on,
into
Connor.
Bates territory at the 30.
Cut back.
Connor Bazelak, 25, 20. Bazelak at the
There
15,
we go, baby.
10, 5.
Big time.
Touchdown, Connor Bazelak. Here is Bazelak. He's going to give to Riazi up the middle, and that is a touchdown. Here is Switzer pitching. This is Stark sweeping left, cutting up at the 30.
Oh, what a
Hit,
play.
dropped, excellent
How
solo
about that?
tackle. Single setback as Landers. Bazelak the shotgun snap, looking to throw. Steps to his left, goes over the middle. Caught. This is Landers, I believe, in Bates territory at the 50. Long on first down, 2nd and 5. Handoff here, and Alter stops this play. Alter Knights take the field here. 12-yard gain on that jet sweep. Here's a snap directly to Keck, and he is stopped. Here's Bazelak on a 2nd and 8. Connor to throw. Looking, firing deep down the right sideline, looking for Willits, and
Cut
it
by
is
Derek.
caught by Derek Willits. With the wishbone behind Connor, he takes the snap, and he's going to keep the football, and he goes into the end zone for the Alter Knight touchdown. 38. Here's a snap to Herb, again giving, sweeping right, and being wrapped up short of the first down. Herb taking the snap,
Got it
handing
again.
off. This is Keck again. He's at the
fumbled.
5. He fumbled the football.
Alter's fault.
He fumbled the football. He leads it 7-0. Here's Bazelak taking a snap, rolling to throw, fires it deep down the field, looking, and it's caught by Derek Willits for an ultra-right touchdown. A beautiful throw by Bazelak, an over-the-shoulder grab by Willits in the end zone. Knights lead it 14-0. Here's a 3rd and 9. Bazelak faking, dropping to throw, has some pressure, fires down the middle of the field. The grab. A beautiful grab. This is Willits again going up into the air. And he turns and gives. This is McDonald getting the handoff. And
he's in.
Did he get into the end zone? It is a touchdown. As Alter advances to the Division III state semifinals with their 12th win of the season. Behind Bazelak, 3rd and 2 for Alter. In Norwalk territory, handing Landers with the handoff from Bazelak. Lamar Landers has room. He's at the Norwalk 35-30, 20-yard line. Lamar Landers all the way down to the Norwalk. Here's a 3rd and 3 for Alter. Here's Bazelak and a pitch, and this is McDonald, has some room at the 10, he's at the 5. Center with a wishbone set behind him. Connor turns, gives to Landers over the right side. Lamar Landers, touchdown to the 44. There's another handoff to Raymore, sweeping left, trying to cut it up. Alter does an excellent job. Down in 5, Connor. He gives Riazzi up the middle, has the first down. Nothing, looking for more, 3rd and short. There's Bazelak pitching, sweeping, and Landers at the 5. Lamar Landers, touchdown. Alters. Here's the kickoff by Ruffalo, with the Knights now leading it by 2 touchdowns. Taken at the 20, out across the 25, and up short of the end. And faking, and here's a keeper by Chapin, sweeping right, he's hit, drilled Truckers. Here's a handoff inside Raymore, taken down to Chapin, 4th down and 1, Norwalk, going good, handoff, the ball dropped, he fumbled the football. Alter with the ball from their 7, leading at 14-6, Bazelak's gonna throw, down the field, has it, receiver, Willits has it, in Norwalk territory, the 30, 25, 20, Willits at the 10, 5, touchdown! First down, Knights at the Norwalk 34. Bazelak takes the snap. Firing up the field, has DeMario at the Norwalk 12. Here's Bazelak, back to throw, quarterback draw. He's going to run it at the 10. Bazelak at the 5.
The Missouri
touchdown, Alters Connor Bazelak. And Falls defeating Chagrin Falls, Kenston defeating Columbus Eastmore. Here's Chapin back to throw and drilled by Cookie.
There's a fumble.
The ball's fumbled.
Connor Meyer.
Picked up by Connor Meyer. He turns and gives, and Riazzi goes into the end zone. Alter Knights are headed to Canton, Ohio to play in the Division III state championship game next week.
First thing you got to do is believe. And Coach Turpin told you how much he believed in you at freshman year, but also go way back. I knew all you guys when you were little 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade players. And some of you when you were 4th, 5th, and 6th grade players, and I believed in you. I said the same thing Coach Turpin said. I said, you need a few more pieces, but you got a group that can win a state championship. Well, I'll be damned. You went out and got a few pieces. You got Cookie. You got Lamar. You got Antoine. You got Malik. You got a sophomore class. You got a junior class. You believe in what you can do. The second thing you got to do is trust. You go out there, you got to trust that every single person is going to do their job, that they're going to go out there and get it done. You got to trust every single play, every single person until they quit, until they're beaten down and they hand you the damn trophy. Get it done tonight.
For the opening kickoff, and we're underway here in Canton. It's going to come down at the 15-yard line by the return man for Kenston. He's out across the 25, up near the 30. Tom Kufsick, he takes the snap, back to throw, steps
there
up,
it is.
has the ball knocked loose. It's loose on the turf. He has the ball. 2nd down and 9, Kenston. Shotgun formation. Tom Kufsick fakes and keeps it. He's taken down. Here's Bazelak. Wishbone behind him. Makes the snap and fakes. He's going to throw over the middle. He goes. It's caught by Ewald in Kenston territory.
Man, and one safety back.
Bazelak throws down the right sideline in the end zone.
Oh
for
my
Willis,
goodness!
And Willis caught the football. He caught the football for the Ultra Knights, and he made a tremendous catch. It looked like a one-handed grab. 3rd down and 6 for Ultra from their 21. Bazelak back to throw. Throws in the right flat. Caught. McDonald's open. He's got the first down. 30, 35.
There goes
He's free
Brandon
at the 50.
Oh,
Snuffling
no.
and out of bounds. I
Gosh,
believe he got it to Kenston. Wishbone set by Bazelak on 3rd and 6. Connor drops to throw. Has some time. Throws down the middle of the field and has a receiver. That's DeMario at the 15-yard line, and a beautifully thrown ball by Bazelak. He in the half. Bazelak out of the shotgun. He hands off to McDonald looking for room. Brandon's got some room at the 30. He's going to Bazelak.
Last play.
Connor dropping back to throw. Looking. Steps to his left, still looking, and he's going to shovel it ahead to Ewald, who will be tackled at the... They got 10:43 to go, 3rd quarter. There's a jet sweep left. This is Middleton. He's hemmed in.
Get him.
Reverses his field.
Get him.
And Ultra's going to wrap him up and knock him down. There's Bazelak back to throw from his own end zone. Fires up the middle. Caught. And it is caught at the 23, 24-yard line. And from there, 30. Bazelak takes the snap, fires over the middle. It's caught by a sliding DeMario. And here's Bazelak taking the snap, handing off. This is McDonald up the middle. Brandon Evans at the 45, up to the 50, and into Kenston territory to the 47-yard line. Bazelak out of the shotgun. Throws on the right side. Open is McDonald. He's to the 40 in Kenston territory, out of bounds 35-6. Here's Bazelak handing off. McDonald has the first down and more at the 20. Brandon at the 15. He's down to the 13-yard line.
Walk-on deal.
All right, 15-yard pickup on that pass completion. Bazelak to Ewald. Here's Brandon McDonald, and he's trying to hurdle a defender a la Ezekiel Elliott. He'll be a preseason player next season. There's a handoff to Porter. Good penetration that time. Cookie Armstrong got in the back. Nice.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Really.
By herself, a nice spacious suite.
It is. It's beautiful. Peter Riazzi getting the carry. He's here in Canton, Ohio. The Ultra Knights will finish as runners-up in 2018.